All right, what up, people? It's your boy Chig from Gunner Eagle Eye coming to again with a brand new preview. It's almost like deja vu. Here to preview the Arsenal versus Man City game. And yeah, what a week it's been. Well, it's not even been a week yet. It's been like 3-4 days removed. But man, it's been painful. If you're an Arsenal fan, it's been painful. My boss has been taking a piss. The CEO's been taking a piss. And I only started there last week. But anyway, with me to do this show is, as always, my boy Lee. Say hello to the people, Lee.
Good evening. Good freezing evening. Fucking hell, it's proper
cold, isn't it?
Mate, I just got home and it's like -5, man. Like, come on. Really, sort it out. The beast from the east needs to fucking piss off. You know what I mean? I can't deal with this weather, man. I'm going out with layer after layer on, man. I look like the Michelin Man or something.
Yes, the beast is fucking shit up, I tell you. It's no joke. Well, first things first, before we get into it, you were at Arsenal Fan TV's awesome-looking celebration yesterday. How was it? I've been meaning to actually ask you this, like, legitimately off air, but fuck it. I'll just do it on air. How was it?
It was good, man. It was really good, really well organised as well. So shout out to Robbie and his team of people for putting that together, man. Because it's like there's so many people behind the scenes that you don't see, you don't know are even involved. So yeah, shout out to all them as well, man. Yeah, it was sick. It was wicked, man. And the best bit was it was free drink as well. So
I can imagine. Because I actually watched the live feed that went out, which was awesome of them to do that. And
that's what I was going to ask you. On the live stream, did you see Harry Shotter and that MC?
No, I didn't. So we literally, the part we caught was when Robbie came out, done his speech, then Ian Wright gave his awesome speech, and then everyone did all their kind of like awards and speeches and shit.
Yeah.
And then basically, as soon as he said, yeah, just mingle, talk to whoever you want, and then
that's when it shut off.
Cut out.
I didn't know that. Yeah, Harry got up on stage and started just freestyling, man. It was mad. Yeah, it was good, man. It was really good. Yeah, I liked it, mate. And like, nice to meet up with some good people as well. Hugh Wizzy was there.
So I heard
with him. Amanda as well. I get on well with, and obviously all the regular faces from on there. And yeah, it was good, man. It was really good. A couple of other like Chelsea fan channel were there. Red Men were there. Cheeky Sport. There was loads of people there, man. It was mad. Yeah, it was really good.
Oh wow! So it sounds like an amazing event. I must admit, I am very jealous. Robbie, come on, holler at your boy. It's supposed to look alike and everything, apparently.
Oh, you were like Bellerin then. You didn't get a ticket either.
Didn't get no ticket, man. No invite, no nothing. But no. It sounds like it was a good show. It sounds very enjoyable. All right. I've kind of been trying to put off even talking about this, but it's kind of like 3-4 days removed from when we played City last. We obviously lost 3-0. I know you were upset. Well, I say you were upset. You were actually much calmer than I thought you would be. Much calmer.
Do you know why I was calm?
I know. I was pissed.
Do you know why I was calm, right? Because I was sat next to this retired Irish fella, yeah? Right? He must have been in his 70s, yeah? Right. And we were just sitting there, right? Looking at each other. And then we kept catching each other out the corner of each other's eyes, like looking at each other. And he goes, you stay. When it went 3-0, he goes, you stay until the end. And I went, yeah. And right, but he was so calm the way he was talking all the way throughout the game. Yeah, he weren't getting angry. Yeah, and he kept me chilled. Right, he goes, "You stay until the end," and I was like, "Yeah, I'm a mug, but yeah, I'm gonna stay to the end because hopefully we can salvage a goal out of this or something." Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And he goes, "Yeah, I'm a mug as well because I'm gonna." And then after the game finished, we were chatting for about 5-10 minutes. Yeah. Right, he was the nicest geezer, right? But the funny thing, I've got to tell you this, yeah, right? In that game, yeah, there was a point where Sane absolutely roasted Bellerin, yeah, and he said to me, right,
a few times,
right? Yeah, he goes to me, he goes, in all of my 60-odd years watching Arsenal, he is the worst right back I've ever seen. Yeah. And I was just sitting there pissing myself thinking, mate, just don't say it on camera sat in your car, bruv. Do you know what I mean? Like, you get.
Do you know what I mean?
But yeah, no, it was all good, man. No, it was good. He chilled me out. So yeah, I think if I hadn't have sat next to him, I probably would have been ready to like go in. Yeah, but he chilled me out, and by the end, after I finished talking to him after the game, yeah, I was just like, well, there you go. It is what it is, really, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? I was just like, I was more disappointed than angry. Do you know what I mean? It was a cup final, yeah. If you can't get up for a cup final, you're in the wrong game.
Yeah.
Yeah, end of story, yeah. And like I said, the only person who I thought looked like he'd give a toss was Jack. And even Jack,
and he wasn't great.
No, even he was shit. Like first off, I thought he done well. And I thought like he was making the runs, but then I was thinking, why is he making the runs? Why is Ramsey not
making the runs?
So it's like I couldn't quite work out who was playing where, right? But Ramsey, I thought in the first half was half decent.
No, he was. I even tweeted that. Yeah. First 30 minutes or so, I thought he was running the show.
Yeah. See, I thought them two, especially in that first half, I thought they were both head and shoulders above anyone else in our team.
Agreed.
Second half, Jack stayed at a similar sort of level as to what he was at in the first half, and Ramsey just disappeared. Yeah, and it was like, okay, so out of our whole squad, only one player can walk off of that pitch saying, I actually tried. Yeah. And
who's the worst player on that pitch in your eyes?
The worst player? Xhaka.
100%, isn't it? The first thing I thought, Mustafi was terrible, but I just about give it to Xhaka.
Was shocking. I thought all of them were shocking in defence. But the reason I say Xhaka, right, there was about 4 or 5 chances. I think 3 of them were in the second half, right, where he's got the ball, Aubameyang's made the run, and all he's got to do is find that ball straight away. Yeah, just ping it over the top, Aubameyang's in, or slot it down the side, and he took that touch, by which time Aubameyang's now offside, and then he went sideways. And it's like, you are, mate, seriously, I was sitting there, I was just like, you are winding me up, like, and Aubameyang was getting the ump with it. Like, I was up in upper tier, so I had a wicked view. I was halfway line upper tier, and I was just sitting there, and you could obviously see everything, right? And I'm thinking, I said to the old boy next to me, I was like, look, there's another run he's made that ain't got the ball. I said, and people will start blaming him in 6 months' time. Like they're doing to Lacazette. You could, listen, mate, you could put, Messi up front, Ronaldo up front. We still ain't passing the ball to him. So it don't matter who's up front, right? And, for me, he was the worst player. The thing that made me laugh, right, and it was more an ironic laugh, was when Welbeck was waiting to come on. And he was standing there for a good 5 minutes while they were just pinging the ball around. Right? Then they got the third goal. Then he came on. It was just like, come on, man. Like, really? And then you got the dinosaur moaning to the fourth official about how much time he added on.
Come on, bruv. What are you talking about?
Did he think an extra couple of minutes was going to get us 3 goals? You ain't scored 1 in 93 minutes. What makes you think you're going to get 3 more in 2 minutes? Seriously, man, the guy's gone. His head's gone, mate.
All right. We both reviewed the shit out of this game, and I'm sure people on here are like, oh gosh, I don't want to relive this shit. So let's park this game for a second. The stuff that's happened since then has been, I think, quite interesting, particularly in the sense that obviously we knew during the game that Josh Kroenke, who seems to be all of a sudden head honcho all of a sudden these days, almost the face of Stan Kroenke these days, where he was at the game, watching the game. If you believe the rumours, him and Ivan were opposed to Wenger even get an extension, and obviously seeing that performance wouldn't have pleased him. Obviously, since then, there was supposedly an emergency board meeting that got called. Wenger now is more nervous about his job than ever, supposedly. And then obviously the story that came out yesterday, or not yesterday, the day before, where I was like, what the fuck? Where 4 candidates suddenly came out as the 4 front runners for the job. And, Mikel Arteta, you kind of thought, all right, apparently it's supposed to be something special. I heard those rumours before he actually went to City that he's like coaching-wise, he's got a really good coaching brain. So I wasn't all that surprised about him. But then I saw, Jardim, which I thought was an interesting name. I saw Thierry Henry. I thought, okay. And then fucking Brendan Rodgers. I had to do like a double take on my phone. Like, what are you talking about, Brendan Rodgers? And it's your boy Smithers that came out with that story.
Smithers.
What do you think about those 4 candidates?
Do you know what, right? It does make me laugh how Arsenal fans, like, they cry out for, and it's not a dig at you, by the way, yeah?
No. God, no.
It makes me laugh, like, because I don't want Brendan Rodgers. I think he's dog shit. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is the same as Arsene Wenger. Wants to play good attacking football. Yeah. Scores goals. Can't set up a defense for toffee. Right.
Yeah.
So what's the point? We ain't going to progress with that guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's better than Mikel Arteta, though.
Well, he's the manager. So
he's probably better than Henry.
Yeah.
Because Henry's never been a manager. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like, for me, I think it's all a load of hype. It's all a load of rubbish. How convenient that a couple of days or the next day or whatever it was after the cup final, all of a sudden, there's 4 candidates whipped out there. Yeah, things are moving. This is a load of rubbish, mate. Load of rubbish. Yeah. And then hearing Wenger speak today about it, when they stuck it on him and said about like, about the contract and all that, and are you going to stay and blah, blah, blah next season and this and that, yeah? Right? A lot of people are saying he's arrogant, and I was one of them. He is arrogant, yeah? But you know what he's doing?
He is arrogant.
Yeah, he's well arrogant, super arrogant. Super arrogant. But you know what he's doing, right? For me, he's seen them stories come out. He knows how the journalists work. He knows that somebody's thrown him a bone and said, here you go and write a story off of the back of this, yeah? See what the feeling is amongst the fans, yeah? And then we'll take it and expand it from there. That's how journalism works. Yeah? Right? Now, what he's done is he's seen them stories. Yeah? Then when he's had it stuck on him today, right? To me, he's basically gone, bollocks, you're going to have to fuck me off and you're going to have to pop me. Yeah? That's how I read it. Yeah?
Yeah.
Because he was going, I've honoured every contract. I've rejected
I've turned down the biggest clubs. Yeah.
I've rejected the whole world.
I watched the whole thing.
Yeah. So
and I don't normally watch Wenger press conferences. I've said that many, many times. But before I left for work today, I thought, you know what? I'm gonna actually stay here and watch this shit. And I watched it.
For me, it just seemed like he was coming across as, well, I run this club. I've rejected everyone for you. Yeah. I've been here 21 years. Yeah, you're going to have to pop me. Yeah, because I ain't leaving until I've honoured my contract, because I honour every contract and blah, 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 blah. Yeah. So all these people that suddenly think that Brendan Rodgers is the answer, or Jardim, or Ancelotti, or anybody else, yeah, who thinks that he's going at the end of the season, yeah, I'll be shocked if he leaves at the end of the season, and they definitely ain't going to pot him. Yeah. So for me, he's here next season, and I've already accepted that. If he does go, then great. Yeah, because put it this way, right? As much as I'll sit here and slag Brendan Rodgers off, mate, I'll take you over Arsene Wenger right now.
You haven't told me that.
Mate, my 8-year-old daughter in the next room,
he's actually told, listen, mate, I'll take you, quite frankly.
Right, no joke, right? My 8-year-old daughter's in her bedroom, right? Next room, yeah? Right? I would take her over Arsene Wenger. Yeah? Do you know what I'm saying? She sits here sometimes. She sits here when it's on TV, when football's on TV, and she goes, "Oh, what colour team's Man United, Dad, or what colour team's Chelsea?" So I'll tell her, and then she'll go, "Oh, that player's rubbish." Like, and she's pointing at something, like she'll be pointing at something like Andy Carroll or something. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, he is right. Yeah, she don't even watch football. Do you know what I mean? Mate, my missus don't even watch football. She hates football, yeah, and even she's Wenger out. Yeah, because she's sick of hearing it. Like, she's just like, get him out so you're happy again.
So my missus is at the point where she just wants him gone so I can fucking relax.
Exactly.
Like, just so I'm not moaning in
I'm angry from football games, man.
Oh my gosh. I mean, I thought it was interesting. Like you said, I thought it was convenient. I've always been of the belief, and I actually said this, funny enough, in my show with Tops at the weekend, that I think what you'll get is an announcement from him at the end of the season that this will be his final contract.
Yeah.
As opposed to him actually going. So I want people to prepare themselves for that. I honestly don't believe he's going in the summer.
The thing that makes me crease up the most, right, Chris, right, is all of a sudden people are believing John Cross. Yeah. John Cross writes the biggest load of rubbish you have ever heard in your life. Yeah. The man even wrote Arsene Wenger's autobiography. Yeah. Right. And these same people who sit there, and say, oh, we're definitely not signing him, and we're definitely not signing him. The same John Cross is writing these stories, about Mbappe and Lamar and all these other players we've been linked to over the years. Higuain, Benzema. Benzema was house shopping in Mill Hill. Do you remember that one? Yeah. Really? Well, what happened? Did he get lost? Yeah. You know what I'm saying, right? But now, all the people that don't believe that now suddenly believe that John Cross knows what he's talking about and that Wenger's leaving. No. It's they get fed a story or a part of a story. Yeah. So like all the journalists, they'll get somebody like who works at the club at Arsenal or any club. Yeah. They'll phone them up and say, right, we're looking to go after so-and-so in the summer. Put that out there, see what the reaction is. Yeah. Then they'll gauge the reaction. Yeah. And then they'll expand off of the back of the reaction. Yeah. If it's a good reaction, they might go with it. If it's a shit reaction, bang, it's game over. Yeah. They won't go with it. That's how it works. Yeah. I know for a fact, right? I was listening to TalkSport today, and one of the guys that stuck it on Wenger today was the Moose. Yeah. Broadcast Moose is Twitter. Right. And he stuck it on him, but he was sat there and he was saying to the guys in the studio, he said, right, this is how it works at press conferences. We all go in as journos. We're all sat in the room waiting for the manager, whoever that manager may be. The club press officer will come into the room and ask us what line of questioning we're going to put at him. Yeah. They don't ask for every question. They just say, what sort of questions can we expect today and blah, blah, blah.
Kind of direction.
Yeah. Right. And they basically go, no, don't ask him that because you won't get an answer on that. Yeah. No, you can't ask him that. Yeah, because that's exactly the same as that, but in a different way. Yeah. Yeah, okay, you can ask him that, but we're only going to say 3 questions on that. Yeah. Blah, blah, blah. So it's all vetted. It's all premeditated. It's all organised before they go in, right?
To be fair, I would expect that to be like that in most clubs, to be honest.
Yeah, every single football club's the same. Or big club, or Premier League, probably Championship and League One maybe as well, Maybe even all of the leagues, I don't know. Right? But then what happened is that press officer would then go back to Arsene Wenger, and go, right, you're going to get asked A, B, and C. So now he's got 10, 15, 30, whatever it takes before he gets in the room to think of his answers. Do you see what I'm saying? So, like, when you get somebody actually stick it on him, properly stick it on him. I mean, that Moose stuck it on him a bit today, and he was flapping. When he starts with look, you know you have been fucked.
That's when you know he's on the back foot.
Exactly. Look. Yeah, and then he starts thinking, shit, what do I say? Because he's not expected that line of questioning. Because that's come as a curveball, But that's how they do it.
My main focus is on the next game. And look, do I ask you if your job will be with Rude at the end of the season? No, motherfucker, I'm asking you about your job, though.
No, about my job. Is he Nigerian?
You are here. It's your press conference, Arsene. So why would you need to ask about my job? I'm asking you about your job. Well, look, I gave you the answer. It's just the arrogance. It's just like, oh my gosh, what the fuck? What have you done lately?
I love you.
Like you could be that arrogant. Like, what have you done lately?
Do you know what? I love you, but you sounded like the guy off Phone Jacker.
I'll take that.
I am calling from your bank.
I'll take that.
There is a pigeon in your bank account.
a pigeon in your back account.
Mate. But no, mate, seriously, like if they get people like me and you in front of him, yeah, or any other fan, whether it be Wenger in or Wenger out, yeah, or shake it all about, you're going to get proper questions, yeah? Just off the cuff questions, whether it be good, bad, or indifferent, yeah? When you're getting the same journalists in there week in, week out, we've heard the crap out of Wenger's mouth for 21 years, yeah? We can all pretty much predict what he's going to say, yeah? Do you know what I mean? Well, we have to focus on the next game, one step at a time.
Focus on the next game, mental strength.
When it comes on top and it's embarrassing, like the weekends, he always throws out, he's been the manager for 21 years. Always throws that out there. Yeah? Always throws I've honoured every single contract I've ever had.
Exactly. I was just about to say that.
Yeah, but
I turned down the biggest jobs in ever for this club. It's almost as though he's not talking to the press. He's talking to the kind of people above him, because maybe the pressure is on him. Maybe the pressure is actually on him, and maybe sometimes when the axe is when the axe is hovering over you, sometimes you start hearing whispers, and the person that used to like be really enthusiastic about saying hello to you one day is less so today, and it's a little bit colder, and I still don't think he's going in the summer. Don't get me wrong, but I do think they are planning a way to make sure that he goes next year, because little by little his power is getting stripped. Unfortunately, us as fans,
I sort of agree with that, but at the same time, right? Everyone thinks that this Sven and this guy from Barcelona whose name I can't pronounce, everyone thinks that they're going to turn us into a super club, Ain't happening. Ain't happening, right? And I live in the real world, not the deluded world, right? The reason that ain't happening is because he's still the fucking manager. Yeah? So until somebody grows a set of balls at that club and says, you're going, goodbye, laters, there's the door, he ain't going anywhere. The only way they could get out of it and get him gone is when his contract ends, don't offer a new one, because they ain't going to sack him. They will not sack him. You've only got to look today. We've made £20 million profit. Do you know what I mean? £20 million profit we've made, and we're sixth in the table, and our income has dropped. Do you know what I mean? So our income's dropped, yet we've made more money. It's like, come on, why are they going to pot him? It ain't happening. It ain't going to happen. And like, what pisses me off with it, Chris, right, is if he just come out and said, I'm leaving at the end of the season, people like me who have been on this case for years, and everybody else I know that don't want him there, you know what? Respect that. We'll back him until the end of the season.
We'll support him. 100% agree. I've, mind you, compared to you, I'm quite a recent Wenger outer, in the sense that for me, the season that I gave up on this man was when he only bought Petr Cech. And I thought, what the fuck? And that was when I decided I gave up. I gave up completely. But I tell you what, if he had come out, even in the press conference today, and said, you know what, I've had a rethought, I've refocused, and what we're going to do is we're going to try and bring everyone together. And if in doing that, it helps me to confirm to you guys that this is my last season. We're going to end it abruptly. We've ended it mutually. No one's been fired or anything. The fact that he's leaving at the end of the season means he can save face. It shows he wasn't sacked or anything like that. He's made that decision. I think, you know what? Fuck anyone that after that still starts saying Wenger out this, Wenger out that. The motherfucker's going. So the way I see it is that it would unite everybody, because for better or worse, people would see that, all right, he's leaving. At least there is an end game of this. I guarantee there are people in the chat room that still think he's going to sign a new contract next year. and that's what is driving people mad, because no one knows what's going on. No one knows what's going on.
But you know what, right? You get people coming out saying, well, you don't have to support the team. You don't have to go to the games. You don't have to spend the money on the merchandise. You don't have to keep renewing memberships, etc., etc. Right? What then people don't understand, right? And each to their own. That's cool, yeah. Everyone's got an opinion, right? But my little brother sent me a text earlier, yeah, and it was a picture of me back in 1993, yeah, because I am that old, right? And I was 11, right? I was 11 years old, and I'm in a yellow Arsenal kit laying on a beach. Yeah,
Okay.
right. He sent that to me today, yeah. Right, that was 25 years ago, and and I was wearing the yellow kit. Yeah, it weren't the bruised banana one; it was the one with the blue stripes down the sides. Yeah.
Oh no, I remember because in the same year I had the same kit. Exactly. So how weird is that? You know I was 8 years old, but I had the same kit.
Yeah, but you know what, right? I looked at that picture and I was like, wow, that was 25 years ago, yeah, right? And back then that kit was probably what, 20 quid for the shirt, yeah, 30 quid, whatever it was, 20 quid, yeah, right? Think how many people have bought every kit for the last 25 years, yeah. When people say don't put money into the club, I get where they're coming from because I said that for a hell of a long time, yeah, right? But it's not as easy as people think it is,
not
right?
Easy.
Yeah,
but it's in your blood.
There's people out there that have supported this club for 50 years, 20 years, 13, 14, 15, whatever it may be, yeah, and you support the club for a reason. It's because you've seen them do something that you liked. You went to your very first game and they won, or whatever, yeah.
Bro, even the fact that
emotional attachment to the club, isn't it?
Even the fact that you went back after everything that you said shows that there's only so long you can just ignore them for.
Do you know why I went back though, Chris? Right, because he bought Lacazette. Yeah, they bought Lacazette.
But bro,
and I said, go and buy a top goal scorer.
Got you back.
Go and bust out £50 million on a banger up front, and I'll go and watch it. He's done that, and I'm regretting going and watching it.
In fact, he's bought two of them, and you're still regretting it.
We've got worse. Maybe I should boycott for another 6 years.
Oh, shit. Only Arsenal, man. Only Arsenal. So going ahead with Thursday, obviously, it just feels like such a redundant game now, especially after Sunday. It would have felt so different had we been in this euphoric moment of we've won something, we're going into the game with a bit of confidence. We actually have a really good record at home. And even the game that we did lose at home to United, I think most United fans would accept they were lucky on that game. But you just have this horrible feeling that we're going to go into that game and do something stupid. And they really owe it to us to get this horrible taste out of our mouth. I mean, do you see any chance of that happening? Any at all?
Yeah, if the game's called off.
Which is a fair point. It's very possible that it could be called off.
They might do us a favour. Because I'll tell you what, I'm genuinely saying this as well. It might actually do us a favour.
Yeah, I agree.
Because we've got Brighton on Sunday, yeah? Right?
Yeah.
And I'm not going to mug them off, right? We should beat them, right?
Yeah.
But our away form is pony, as we know.
And their defence is good.
Yeah.
It is good.
And they play half-decent football down at Brighton.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You know, it's a nice football club, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? It's a nice night.
Nice
out,
family
club. Do you know what I mean? It's a nice place to go, yeah? It's got a beach.
Yeah.
Although it's got no sand on the beach, it's a nice beach. Yeah. It's all pebbles, I think, isn't it? But no, it's like, I think if the game goes ahead, if it was me, I would put all 11 of them mugs that started that game on Sunday back out there. Every single one of them. Yeah? And if that meant that we had to play a 5 at the back because Callum Chambers has to get squeezed in again, do it. They all need to show us that they actually give a fuck. Yeah, so I'd start the exact same 11. Yeah, and say, right, you fucked up on Sunday. Yeah, a lot of people spent a lot of money and we're looking forward to that cup final for a hell of a long time. Yeah, you've ruined everyone's week. Yeah, in fact, you've ruined everyone's 2 weeks because it's gone the build-up and now this week, the week after. Yeah, so you've ruined everyone's 2 weeks. Yeah, adding to that, obviously, players are coming out chatting about certain things, certain YouTube channels and this and that. Stop that. If I was Wenger, I'd sit there and say, stop talking to the media. Don't do nothing. Don't be seen out doing nothing. Don't go on Twitter. don't go on any social media, don't speak to anybody, just come into training, go home, do whatever you're doing at home, just don't act up to a camera anywhere. Yeah?
Exactly.
And then I'll say to him, you're all starting again on Thursday, tomorrow. Yeah? Every single one of you puts a shift in, or you're all docked a week's wages. Yeah? You watch how fucking quick... I would. You watch how quick they run around tomorrow. Yeah? And they would show a fan who bothers to turn up, because firstly, fair play to anyone who is going. Yeah? Because not only do you actually love the club, after all the shit they've done all season, yeah, it's freezing. Yeah, it is freezing. So,
and again, that might be called off as well. Let's be honest,
mate. If it gets called off, I'll be shocked if it doesn't. Yeah, because it's not so much the pitch. I think the pitch would be fine. Yeah, and I think the actual stand will be fine. All the stands, I think they'll be fine. Yeah, but it's the travelling, like whether the travelling's going to be fucked.
Well, it's scheduled to snow tomorrow at some point. So, like you say, it will fuck up the travel.
Mate, it's -5 outside now, and it ain't even 8 o'clock. What's it going to be like 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. And I think the last of the snow is scheduled tomorrow. And then this weekend, it's meant to get a little bit warmer. When I say warmer, I'm not talking about T-shirt weather, people. Just talking about above freezing.
Mate, I did -15 out in Osterson, mate. This is warm.
Yeah. It's light weather for you, isn't it?
No. Do you know what? No joke, right? It actually feels colder than it did out there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I've still got the same amount of layers on, yeah, but it actually feels colder here. I don't know why, but maybe that's because there's less snow around, and I don't know. But obviously, snow it sort of keeps you a little bit warmer, doesn't it? Like, that's why people build igloos and shit. Yeah, but like, because you're warm. If you ever go in an igloo, you're actually warm.
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean? So, like, when there's snow 20 foot high piled up everywhere, it don't actually feel like -15. Whereas when you're here and it's -5 and the wind's cutting through you and there's no snow on the ground, because there ain't where I live, yeah, it is fucking cold, like stupid cold. So yeah, I would not be shocked if it's called off, because like all the trains are going to be fucked, all the travelling is going to be a nightmare. I don't think, adding to the fact the cup final we had a shitter, I think it's going to be an empty stadium, maybe half full, maybe just over half. Depends on the traffic and the travelling. So, yeah, man, that's what I'd do. I'd put the same starting 11 out, which sort of quite fucks up my preview, which I haven't recorded yet. Because now everyone knows. But yeah, that's what I'd do, man. And I think that if we do actually turn up, not that it's going to change anything, right? Because if you actually look at the league table, yeah, the closest team who sit fourth, and obviously we want to get top 4 for some reason. I don't know why, yeah, but that's Tottenham, yeah. We need to win 4 games more than Tottenham between now and the end of the season. There's 11 games left for us and 10 left for them, yeah. So let's assume Man City beat us, yeah. Out of the last 10 games, Tottenham have got to lose 4 games, and we've got to win all of them to get top 4. Right, that is how fucked we are. We ain't getting top 4. So anyone who still thinks we can, yeah, I've just ended that debate. Yeah, 4 losses Tottenham need.
Just before you carry on, Chill is complaining about the fact that he can barely hear you. So
really,
yeah, I tried turning you up a little bit. I've literally gone to the max, and he's still saying it's not improved really. So
do you know what it is? It's because I bought an iPhone X. Yeah. I was saying to you off air, isn't it? And there's nowhere to plug earphones into other than the battery charging bit. So my battery was on 30%. So if I take my battery charger out, I'll be dead and it'll be game over. Yeah, so I can't put my earphones in. So I'm doing it sort of hands-free at the minute.
There you go.
And I'm currently on 22%. So if I unplug, I'm going to cut out of this stream.
Oh, apparently my voice is super loud and it's drowning yours out. Like, mine is quite low. I don't really understand that. All right. Let me adjust my levels. If that helps. Blimey. Normally people are moaning about the opposite, that they can barely hear me. But especially as I've not got a microphone, and I'm surprised by that. But anyway, hopefully that helps turn myself down a little bit. Right. So in terms of my team, see, I slightly differ to you because I would start Mkhitaryan and I would start Welbeck and I'd counter those wing play. Because I saw how we absolutely got bombarded in terms of the wingers. And I'd want to make sure that doesn't happen again. So I would take Chambers out. And I'd probably choose between Ramsey and Jack, to be honest. And then gosh, you know what? To be honest, even Xhaka doesn't particularly deserve a place in the team. So I'd probably go with Maitland-Niles and Jack, with maybe a kind of a three of Welbeck, Ozil, and Mkhitaryan, obviously behind Aubameyang. And that would be my team. Which means it's harsh on Ramsey, but fuck it.
Well, fuck him. He was walking back for the third goal, so tough, isn't it?
There you go. Someone's got to lose out.
Exactly. Right. Do you know what though? Right? I don't want to sound too negative, yeah, because like I have actually been quite positive most of the season, yeah. Right. And people are saying to me, where are you getting your positivity from? Like when I do my predictions and like my 1 to 11 and all that and score prediction at the end, yeah. People are going, how the fuck are you having us down for a 4-0 win? Like, or a 3-0 win, yeah? And people just like, and then you go on Twitter and people just go, oh, you're negative all the time. It's like, motherfucker, go watch that review or that preview, yeah? Like, I'm super positive and I've been most of the season, right? But I don't know, like, I just think, and I don't, like I say, I don't want to sound too negative, right? But what I said to you a minute ago about we need to win 4 games more than Tottenham between now and the end of the season, yeah? To get top 4, right? They're in 4th spot, yeah. The rest of the teams are a little bit ahead, right? So 4th spot is the aim, apparently, right? So to catch Tottenham, we need to win 4 games more than they do. That ain't happening. How many games have Tottenham lost all year? Not many. I don't even think they've lost 4.
Not many.
I don't even think they've lost 4 games all season. Yeah. So now we're relying on them losing 4 games in the last 10. And we've then got to go and win all 4 plus the other 6. Yeah. Ain't happening, right? So that's what I'm saying. I don't want to sound negative, but why are we even putting the team out? Like, why don't we just go, fuck it, we'll put the under-23s out? Just an idea. What, you know, we might as well go for Thursday, innit? Next week.
Yeah. So funny enough, Colin says that in the chat room. Like, well, he says that he doesn't really care about the league. Shout out to him, by the way.
Evening, Colin.
He's basically said he doesn't really care about the league. It's kind of a wrap. And obviously, a lot of people have made that point. Like, what's the point even focusing on the league? Here's the thing. To do that, you're basically saying, let's just go for the Europa League. And considering we got annihilated by Man City and beaten by Ostrich United, can you really see that happening? I'm going to keep calling them Ostrich. I don't care what their name is.
Right, do you know what? The amount of people that think I look like their manager is unbelievable.
Kind of.
Swear, man. I swear to God. I've had people like DMing me. I've had people tagging me in pictures of me and him edited together. Yeah, going like, you look like the Ostersund manager. Like,
don't lie. I bet DT said that to you a whole night, didn't it?
Mate,
like, you kind of look like it.
I swear, man, everyone's on it. Everyone's on it. Yeah, like every video, yeah, that I put up, all in the comments. Yeah, Robbie's videos that he puts up when I go on there, yeah, all in the comments. Like, when I did that Friday night show with him last week, yeah, I swear, go look at the comments. Oh, it was so kind of Robbie to let the Ostersund manager come in and explain how he masterminded the victory. Do you know what I mean?
Love it.
Like, people are funny, man. I swear. but no, man. Like, listen, Chris. For me, there's only 2 ways we've got to do this. Yeah, I know why you're picking your team, because you want to see a different team out there, because the one that played the other day was shocking, right? But for me, there's 2 ways you do it, right? You either go bollocks to the league. We're going for Europa League, yeah, which is what Jose did around this sort of time last year. yeah, and he won it, right? So in that case, you go and put all the kids out, the under-23s against Man City. Well, they've won the title anyway. So we're not fucking the league up by doing that, yeah? We're not throwing the league to Man City because they've won it anyway, right? We're not going to get top four, so it's not like we're throwing anything there either, yeah? The other way of doing it is the way I said earlier. Put all of them dickheads back out there and say, go and fucking earn your money. If you don't put a shift in tonight, we're docking you all the week's wages.
They should have in the first place. To me.
But Wenger ain't going to do that, mate. Wenger ain't going to do that. I heard Ian White on 5 Live the other day saying that players don't even turn up for training. Like, did you see that clip that was going around? Yeah, players don't even turn up for training. Other players are going to get them out of bed. Yeah, and then they bowl in at like midday or whatever, and Wenger just gives them a little slap on the wrist, and then all of a sudden they're back out training the next day. Then they don't turn up the next day. Yeah, it's like,
apparently, Ray Parlour went in. Was it just before the final? And he just visited just the way ex-players do. And supposedly the training they were doing was exactly the same as the training he was doing in 2004. How can training not have evolved in 14 years?
Wenger for you, man.
Not even a little. Apparently it was exactly the same. It was just the same piggy in the middle type, one-touch type shit. No sort of tactical type of training, no nothing. It was just the same shit. It's just like, how are you supposed to develop and learn like that? You know, for all the kind of bullshit I've given people like Theo Walcott over the years, and people like that who have seemingly not developed under Wenger. You think to yourself, well, if you're doing the same fucking training week after week, day after day, what exactly is he learning? Exactly. Fuck all.
He's not learning anything. Is he? He's not going to progress.
Iwobi is another good example. Stephen in the chat room literally just said the same thing. For all the shit Iwobi gets, I know, because I watch him, he doesn't do the same shit for Nigeria. Because I'll tell you now, Nigeria crowds don't play. They'd have him by the balls if he played the way he played for Arsenal for them. And it just makes me think that you're not learning anything under Wenger. And that's kind of why I was like, when those rumours came out about kind of Jardim being one of the 4 candidates, I'm kind of feeling Jardim, I must admit. Like, don't get me wrong, Diego Simeone is still my first choice. Allegri still my second choice. Carlo still my third choice. But I'd be all right with Jardim, you know, because he gets the maximum out of his players. He likes a 4-4-2, which you know the fans will absolutely adore. I can get on board with this shit. I can get on board with that.
Mate, I can get on board with Mr. Blobby as manager, bro.
All right. You've told me you want Carlo. Carlo aside, who are your other 2 candidates?
You know I love Carlo Ancelotti, innit? You know that. Yeah, but for me, if it ain't him, Simeone is my next. Because I'd love for him to just bowl into that dressing room. Yeah.
And Rick Bellerin and you.
Yeah, no, not so much him, but like, you know, that if they did that to him on Sunday, yeah, my man would have him up by their throat in the dressing room, yeah, and be like, what the fuck was that? Yeah. Mm-hmm. He'd be pinning Bellerin up with one arm, and he'd have Ozil up with the other arm.
Yeah.
And he'd be kicking fucking Ramsey with one leg, yeah, kicking fucking Xhaka with the other. Yeah, he just looks like he's a bit of a fuckery, man. Like, so yeah, I think him as my second pick, and my third pick I'd go with Allegri. Yeah, and I know that he fucks up a little bit against Tottenham the other week with his tactics, yeah, but you've only got to look at what he has done with Juventus, right? Like, mate, them goals Tottenham scored the other night were the first goals conceded in like fucking 18 weeks or something stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, how can you go? That's like 1-0, 1-0, 4-0, 5. You ain't conceded for 18 games or 16 games or whatever. Yeah? Unbelievable. That was the first time, right? This is how fucking good Juventus were, yeah? Or are, right? And he's been part of that. That was the first time they gave up a 2-0 lead in any game at that ground. Any game.
Wow.
And they moved into that ground 7 years ago. Yeah, that's the first time they've ever given up a 2-goal lead in any competition. Yeah, so that's how good Tottenham were that night. And credit to them, fucking scumbags. Yeah. But that just shows what they've got in charge of their club and who their man is, who their manager is. So, yeah, for me, he's third. But any of them three, mate, I've been knocking one out forever, man. I'd just be in heaven. I'd just be like, we got Carlo. We got Carlo as our man. I'd be keep pinching myself. I'd be like, we ain't listening to, we were a little bit mentally fuck off, man. Come on. We'll be listening to a proper manager standing there saying proper shit and getting proper training methods in place and getting proper tactics in place and actually earning his money on the touchline by moving players from here to there to fucking do something differently rather than the same boring, predictable shit. So, like I said, like I know I have a laugh with it and all that, and so I'd have Mr. Blobby, and I'd genuinely listen, mate. Yeah, no joke. I swear to God, right? You could put Mr. Blobby on the bench. What would he do differently? Seriously, he'd do exactly the same fucking job.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it'd take less money. Do you know what I mean? I'll take Mr. Blobby over him. At least it buzz everybody up. Blobby, Blobby, Blobby.
You make people laugh. That's the damn show.
Exactly. Everyone would be buzzing, man, coming into training to fucking see him. So, yeah, man, that's my 3 picks. But we're going to be still sat here this time next season, Chris.
Having the same conversation.
Yeah, we are, man. And it's like, it's a bit depressing, really, because, like I said, I've tried to stay positive as much as I can, yeah. And I know I've had a few meltdowns, yeah. And I know I went balls deep on Bellerin the other day, yeah. And I know I've gone in on Ozil and blah, 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 right? But that's because I want us to win. That's because I want us to fucking dominate, yeah. And it just fucking angers me that the passion I've got for this club don't seem to be matched by the people who are in charge of this club, yeah. And the people that are managing the team or the players playing on the pitch. Did you notice, yeah, after all this hoo-ha with Bellerin, he never came out the fucking centre circle on Sunday at full time?
I noticed, yes. I definitely noticed.
Absolute pussy. Yeah, because he knew that anyone left in that ground would have said something to him. Yeah, they would have said, fuck off, called him whatever they would. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Pussy. He bottled it. At least the others, fair play to the others. The rest of them came over and took the flak. Yeah? He bottled it. That says all you need to know about that guy as a character, as a figure of that team. Weak. Yeah? The quicker we get shot, the better.
I agree, man. I mean, to be honest with you, if we're looking at people that can play either left or right back, because, I mean, we've got to start looking at potentially Monreal replacements as well. I don't know why we're not looking at that Ryan Segerson from Fulham. Man, I rate that guy so bad.
Mate, I've been banging the drum on him since he was 15. Do you know that?
He's so sick.
He's sick, but they want like 50 mil, I heard today, man. It's like, fuck off. 50 fucking
I'm not surprised. Fulham must be like, fuck you, motherfuckers. We ain't going to come in and
they know they've got gold there.
Do
you know what I'd do? I'd swap Semedo, who's up on a murder charge or whatever, smashing a fan up, attempted murder or whatever.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I'd swap him for Bellerin. Yeah, because at least my man would be baiting up Wenger. He's baiting up fans. He'll be sticking it on Wenger, bro.
I just want a decent right back that's not going to get bitched by Son. Listen, mark my words. People used to shit on Abue, right?
Abue is 10 times the better player, man. 10 times better. I said this the other day, man.
Like that. I'll tell you that for free. He's not getting bitched like that.
Mate, I see Abue getting booed off the pitch nearly in tears, man. That geezer's still come back.
Yeah.
Still come back and shut people up, yeah? Lauren, Lee Dixon, yeah? Who's the worst one out of all of them? Yeah, they're the ones I've seen in my time. Yeah? Who's the worst?
True. Same.
There you go. Debuchy's better. Debuchy's better.
Debuchy is better.
Yeah.
Honestly, he's fucking better. He is.
And I'm
He is.
not going to go in on him because I do get angry when I speak about Bellerin, as we
You
well
do,
know.
yeah. He really
Right.
triggers
And
something in
the wifey's let me in the house tonight instead of in my Datsun and all that, yeah? So, like... I'm allowed to
Oh my gosh. Lee actually thought I did not know what a Datsun is because I kept saying, why do people actually think you drive this car? Right? And Lee was like, bro, do you not know what a Datsun is? I'm like, motherfucker, I'm over 30. I know what a Datsun is, all right?
Yeah, but you know what? They should have fixed something like a Skoda, right?
Your volume's gone, bro.
I'll tell you what, they should have fixed a Skoda instead of a...
Your volume's gone.
Huh?
Your audio's gone.
It's gone.
Yeah, it's fluctuating.
Can you hear me now?
I can now, yeah.
Right. They should have picked a Skoda instead of a Datsun. Do you know why? Right? I'll tell you why. Because Kanye, my boy Kanye West, made Datsuns famous again, bruv. Remember the tune, innit?
I remember the tune. You know
what I'm saying? It's all about the Datsun, bruv. I might actually go and buy one now just for the banter.
Oh, shit. All right. Well, I know that both me and you've got to go soon. So give me your final thoughts and your predictions for the game.
Final thoughts. Wrap up warm, everybody who is going to make the game.
Real fucking cool.
Literally put 5-6 layers on, man. Double t-shirts, thermals,
the whole works.
Jogging bottoms, jeans, hoodies, double coats, the lot, man, because that is going to be fucking freezing. Yeah, that's if it goes ahead. If it does go ahead, and anyone bothers to turn up, yeah, I think City will win 3-0 again.
Yeah,
I do. I think they'll be buzzing from the cup final win. Pepper haven't bang on it, going, look, go out and fucking ruin them now. Yeah, because they weren't even in second gear at the weekend.
They were.
Like, we made them look good. Yeah, although they're the best team in the league and one of the best in Europe. Yeah, but we made them look better than they actually were on the day. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think 3-0. Sadly, man.
Yeah, unfortunately, same here. I listen. I kind of I mentioned in Tom's chat room that I felt like it would be so Arsenal to win this game because there's no pressure. They're expected to get humiliated. They're expected to be put. You know, when do Arsenal ever react when we demand them to react?
Exactly.
But realistically, they'll probably lose this again. It might be a slightly better performance and they may lose 1-0 this time. I still expect a loss. I expect us to deservedly lose as well. This is the life of a Gooner, man. They're going to continue to disappoint us until this old man decides to leave. I mean, my mum used to be, funny enough, like Troops, used to be the biggest Venet in going until
is she mad?
maybe 2 years ago. I think because older people have more sympathy for older people. So
yeah,
I guess
I agree with that.
I guess she kind of just, and she's been an Arsenal. Like I've told everybody, it's her fault. I support this goddamn team. So she kind of like, she has the sympathy for him, but even she is at the point where it's just like, this match just go. He's embarrassing us. And I never thought I'd hear my mum say those words.
Do you know what? I'm going to tell you a quick story, right? Because I've got to shoot off in like literally 2 minutes, yeah?
Yeah, right? No worries.
One of my neighbours is Nigerian, yeah? Right? Nigerian couple, they got 2 boys, right? Both the boys support Arsenal, yeah? And I swear, right, the other day I see her, she's out the front, she's putting the kids in the car. And she go, I'd just come home, I was coming to get changed, and I was going to the football. I think I was going, where was I going? Who did we play? Oh, it was the cup final. Yeah, it was the cup final. Yeah. And she goes, oh, what, are you off out? Are you going to work? I was like, no, I'm going to watch Arsenal. Yeah. She goes, what, are you going to the cup final? I said, yeah. I said, I'm going to drive down to the game, yeah. And she goes, oh, good luck. I said, yeah, we're going to bloody need it. And I swear she said this to me, yeah. She goes, they need to get rid of Arsene Wenger. I swear. Yeah, I was like, darling, I love you.
Everyone is Wenger out, I tell you, everyone.
Everyone's Wenger out, mate. Like I said, even my missus is Wenger out. She don't even like football. Wenger out. Are you Wenger out? See, even my daughter's Wenger out.
What have you done to them?
Like, she knows the rules, mate. She's sitting there eating her pizza quietly. Like, she knows, like, Wenger out all the way.
All the way, man. All the way. All right. Well, that's it from us. I told you it was going to be a quick one. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the show. Please do crush that like button. Hit that subscribe button. This is what I do. I try and bring you guys live shows as much as possible. I'll do a quick review of the game after on Thursday, should it go ahead. So Thursday evening, look out for that. And also, subscribe to Gunnerbang. Lee, tell the people where they can find you.
Yeah, go subscribe to that shit, man. Seriously, I'm like literally teetering on 9K subs, man. Yeah, and like big up everyone who is watching this that has subscribed to me already. I appreciate it, man. So yeah, go subscribe to that. Follow my Twitter and my Insta, LeeGunner82.
And I always try and set Lee some targets of people he could chase down. So me and him always have a friendly kind of conversation of who he can hunt down next. So,
mate, do you know what? There's not many people I can hunt down next, to be fair. Yeah, and I don't want to sound like a wanker.
No.
That may have come across a bit arrogant, innit? Yeah, but like the people are, like that I could chase down next are like 90K subs ahead of me. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So yeah, mate, I must admit very quickly. Yeah, I must admit, I started my channel last April. Yeah, and we're in just turning into like end of February, March now. Yeah. To get 9K on, well, it's 8,900. I think I'm on. Yeah, or not far. I think it was like 4 or 5 away from it or whatever. Yeah, to get that so quickly. Yeah, I never expected that. So big up everyone who has subscribed, man. And yeah, follow my Insta. I'm trying to push my Insta. Yeah. Because they do this thing where you can swipe up on Insta to watch a video. Yeah. And it links, you can put your YouTube channel link of your video in the swipe up. But the fuckers won't let you do it unless you've got 10K followers. Yeah. And I'm on 2,040 odd. So like, go follow my Insta.
I don't even know why I don't do it. I never put your Insta link in my description. You know what, guys? Hold on 5 minutes. All of those details will be in the description, including his Insta link, and everything will be in the description below. And also thank you to everyone who has recently subscribed, or as an old-time subscriber or a fairly recent subscriber. I also appreciate all the follows I do get. Obviously, Lee's growing at a crazy rate, but I'm growing at a nice rate. I never take it for granted. Lee set me his own target, which I won't tell you guys about, but I'm hoping I reach it. So the best way of doing that is by hitting the subscribe button. Right, I'm going to let us go because both of us need to go and do something. But thank you guys for joining us. Enjoy your Wednesday.
Wenger out.
And there you go. Take care. Peace, people.